What the hell? What the hell? What the hell, Burton? What the hell, Rising? Sorry, I'm late. Oh, hey, LZ, how you doing? Hey, Tanya. Hey, Dan. Shit's funny as hell. Who the heck is this? Who the hell is this little baby girl? Girl, get the fuck off my page, girl. Fuck you did. Hell no. Cool. Give me a second. I'm just checking something real quick. I have to go down there and check it out. All right, cool. Da-da-da. All right, LZ, thanks for the super chat. You said it was due a big raise for my test group and evaluation from last year's person. Was who did my evaluation confirmed? What's the So wait a minute, LZ. So you know for sure that you're not getting the raise or what? So you're saying you was supposed to be at the highest level, but come this year I go from highest level to not getting it. Okay, so you still might get it. They just have to schedule an appointment and look at the data. Yeah, so it's probably a fuck up on their end then. I mean, I got the Ten of Pentacles here, and that tells me you'll get money. You'll get like a bonus or money, but and I feel like it's something that maybe they fucked up on, but whatever. But it looks like you're still gonna get a bonus or extra money. Because with the Ten of Pentacles here, it tells me you're getting money. You're gonna get it. Mhm. I'm not getting anything legal here, but if you fight it legally, it'll be a struggle, but you will get it. So either way, you know, yeah. If you do fight it, you'll get money. You'll get like you'll win the case, but it's gonna be like a pain in the ass. Cause I got a positive outcome either way. So whatever you do, you'll like if they look into it and look at the data and all that stuff, then I would say that you'll win the case. Yeah, so obviously they're doing it on purpose so they don't have to pink out the money. Schools are a joke anyway. They always try to take money and not give any back. Like I said, whatever you do, you'll win. You'll win whatever the case may be. Whatever you want to do, whether it's talking to them, whether it's going legal, all of the above. It does, like it's saying that whatever you do, the outcome's good. So whatever you feel you have to do, it'll be good. You'll get it because there's nothing that they can say that isn't right. Because from what you're saying, you should have got it right. So and what the cards say is that you'll win regardless. If you do challenge them and take it legal or do whatever you want to do, you'll get the upper hand on it. And that's the thing. Closed mouths don't get fed. So if you don't say nothing, you won't get nothing. That's pretty much how life is. You know, you stay quiet, you get screwed. You talk, you make a fuss, and you fight it, and you get it because they have no choice. So they're probably maybe they did it on purpose to you know, because it's a lot of money for everyone. You never know, they might settle. They might say, look, we don't want to go to court because we're going to lose more money. So if I were you, I would fight it whichever way you can. Or if you know other teachers that got screwed, you all having a meeting. But from what you've told me, it's you're saying that they said let's schedule an appointment and look at the data. So you know, so like I said, that's up to you. But either whatever you do, it's a good outcome. It's that's what it says. So that's good. Oh, even it doesn't matter where they get the money, it's still corruption and money and not wanting to give it to teachers. They don't want they I always say to everybody, it doesn't matter where the money's coming from. They when they tell you something that you're supposed to get money for certain things and you don't get it, it's because they want to challenge you to see if you'll go the limit to test them or to take them to court or to fight it. So whoever's fighting it, they probably will be like, you know what, um, we're gonna fight it, but like, no, fuck it, we'll just settle. Because if we fight it, we're gonna lose more. You know, hey Shania, right? Exactly. But they might think about it because now that you guys are like saying something, and they're probably gonna be like, you know what? If a lot of you complain and come together at the appointment, you know, then they'll have no choice but to settle and give you guys your money. It's that simple. Shania, in the next 2 days with work, I would say that try to stay away from like people who self-destruct and don't like get in anyone's way. Don't argue with anyone. Someone people will try to argue with you or embarrass you or make you look bad. So try to like overcome these difficulties and overcome the ignorance of the people you work with. Um, and also, it's saying that the influences of these people, you can contemplate them and like wait and let them say whatever they want and then do whatever you have to do afterwards. But I don't get that these next 2 days are going to be good at work because I feel like there's some type of there might be some people at work that's going to test you, make you mad, or try and like break the sequence of work and cause cause issues and cause problems and arguments possibly. If there's someone at work that has a bad temper, then stay away from them as much as you can. Try not to be provoked or embarrassed or led into any arguments or led into any like controversies or conflicts. Don't get involved with anybody else's shit. If you see somebody fighting or getting into arguments, just stay away from them. Because if you don't, you're going to be dragged into the circle of arguments and embarrassment and bullshit and so forth. But after these 2 days, it looks like you'll overcome these things and then your head will be a little better and the difficulties will come to an end. But you're gonna have to wait like until the weekend or next week for things to calm down. But this can all be avoided if you avoid the person or the people that are acting up. So try not to get involved with anybody who's hostile or annoying. Well, if it's been like that now, it's gonna continue that way for the next 2 days. So try to separate yourself from getting involved with people that start arguments or aggravate you or things like that. If you do that, you'll be fine and everything will work out. But if you don't, then, you know. Hey, Maria, how you doing? Well, that's good. If you look at it as their problem and not yours, then that's what the cards are pretty much saying for the next 2 days to continue not to get involved and just put your head in a frame of mind to say, you know what, I'm not getting involved. I'm not going to be a witness to this bullshit. Walk away from it and don't like entertain it. The best thing to do is stay away from it. It was the B day of the bigger hater. If her B day was today, that means she's a Gemini. Geminis can be like that. Some Gemini women are like aggressive and they can like really cause mischief. Some, not all. Some. Thank God I missed your birthday. That's great. Her birthday was on Saturday. Yeah, she's well Saturday. Yeah, Saturday was the 17th. So that means her no, she's not a Gemini. She's a Taurus. I didn't miss your birthday. You came in here and told me it was your damn birthday. I didn't miss your birthday. You be always trying. You be always trying to like get me like mad or something like that. Like I think you just wanna be like fucked off. I think that's your goal. Oh, it's coming up on Saturday. Okay, well yeah, she's a Gemini then. Cause you said it was birthday from the bigger hater. So I'm thinking it's birthday today. Because the way you said it's today. And now you're saying no, it's coming up. Hmm. Have you been sick, LZ? I'm glad you feel better. Uh, Usually people get uglier, not better. Especially if you get older. You look less attractive. Some people, not everybody. Some people are old and look good. A lot of people have had issues this past month, like this month in general. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, them haters be hating all the time. You know how it is. A lot of people are having work issues. It's not just you guys. My sister always says the same thing that the people that she works with are so dumb and they're not doing what they're supposed to do and they're not doing their job. They're acting crazy. I feel perfectly fine. It's just when you come in here, you spread your negative energy. So like I kind of like get allergic to it, but I'm good. My dog snoring in the background if you hear. It's crazy dog. But yeah, a lot of people have been complaining about their jobs and people and how rude they are and how fucked up they are and haters and all that shit. Yeah, that's how people are. It happens, Tanya. The best thing to do is ignore people who, spew hate, have hate in their heart, try to like trigger you for hate and try to make you look like the person who's hating or try to make you look like a bad person. Just try and ignore it. I know it's so hard to ignore sometimes. You just have to like, you know, get involved sometimes, but the best thing to do is ignore the ignorance. If you ignore the ignorance, it eventually goes away. People get tired and they go, fuck with someone else. Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Yeah, exactly. It's not that bad. Sometimes you got to understand when you go to work, like my mom always says, and she's right. It doesn't matter what job you have or where you go to work, there's always going to be that one person that aggravates the living fuck out of you, or that one person that is an asshole, or that one person who makes you sick. That one person is going to piss you off, or you have two or three bosses and one of the bosses is a complete asshole. You can't like get away from it. Even like on even being on your own, like here. Like I've had my own business for 18 years. I've had a lot of asshole clients. I've dealt with a lot of asshole people. I've dealt with like three employees I've had. They were all idiots. They didn't want to work. They didn't do shit. And they want all this money to work and then they do fucks. So we even when you have your own business, it's still a problem. And even on here, when I come on here, there's always gonna be one person to come in here and fucking irritate me, or a troll or someone being a dickhead or someone like just aggravating. It's never gonna end. Like you're gonna have peace to a certain point, but there's always gonna be that one person that comes by. Even when you have peace for like about 2 or 3 months, somebody will come in here and just fucking be irritated. It's just life. You just gotta learn to ignore it, get over it, and just let it be. Like and just let people just be dumb, and then you just ignore them. 'Cause some people just like to be like the problem I really think it is like people just want to be recognized. People have no life and they want to be like, look at me, look at me. Okay, well, you're not looking at me, so I'm going to act a fool or I'm going to do something bad so you can like recognize me. Some people just love attention so much they'll do whatever it takes to get it because they don't get none at home or they don't get none in their lives. So they do it online. And if they don't do it online, they do it at work. And if they don't do it at work, they do it somewhere else. It's like people are weird like that. They always look for like the wrong attention. And then they find themselves, you know, all alone in their room with their hands on it. And then it doesn't become my problem. Yeah, that's good. It's just to show them that they don't give a fuck about them. All right, Maria, I got your donation. It says, so you want a journal for you. All right, cool. All right, let me see. Yeah. All right, Maria, let's check. All right, so in general, these haters are gonna continue to hate, obviously. And what I'm getting is that, just like I said earlier, that the thing is, if they see that you feel insecure about them, or or they see that they're trying to get you. Obviously, they're trying to get you, and they're gonna continue to try and get you. And it says here they're gonna try and give you bad luck. They're gonna try and you know make cause and influence things to make you complicated and make you contemplate what you're really doing. You might have to like just wait and just see, you know, and then just be like, you know what, I see what they're doing, but I'm just gonna like act like I don't see it and act like I don't care. And if you do that, you'll be all right. They're gonna try and embarrass you. They're gonna try and make you look bad. They want you to like self destruct, you know. And I use that word a lot because people, they want to see if you're a good person and you're doing your job, or you're just a all right decent person. People always try to make you self-destruct to make you look like you're not the person that you portray yourself as, or they try to do it just to see if they can turn your niceness into badness, so this is their goal is to do that to you, and that's a lot of people's goal in life, is to continue to aggravate you until you like go off it. And then when you do, and people see it, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, see, people say that she's a nice person and this and that, but look at her now, she just fucking went crazy." Because people do self-destruct, and that's what they're trying to do, and that's what a lot of people do. You know. So also, what I'm getting here is that you know you might have to just stay at a this is a period in your life where you just need to stay stationary. Just stay quiet, stay put. It might disappoint you. Obviously, it might be some bitter experiences with these people, but the best thing to do is, like I always say to everybody, ignore the ignorance and ignore the fact that these people even exist. The more you ignore these people and the more you divert yourself away from them, and the better things are gonna be. But that's the biggest challenge when you deal with haters, is not allowing their hate to take your energy. I talk to hear myself. I think I do. I think some of you like look at me and you hear me, and it doesn't register. All right. What I also get is like, you're obviously disappointed at this, right? You obviously, what you have to do is not shy away from it, but like just know that even though it's like this, there's always going to be something better. And they might like be nice to you one day and try to like make it seem like everything's cool, but be aware of their help. They're going to try and make things happen. They might even try to do whatever it takes to make you mad. But and that's the problem, is even though these people are trying their best to make life miserable for you at work, you just got to keep doing your job. You know, that's all you got to do. They're looking for your insecurities. They're looking for something to get to you and to aggravate you, and they're going to continue to do it. They're going to continue until they get you. But if there's nothing to get, then they just eventually lose their desire to get you. It's happened with me millions of times. People always trying to get me, and I just like either delete you, or like I just fuck you off or threaten you, and then you'll go away. It's simple. But I don't want to get to that point though. And it's easy these days to get to just not deal with people. It's called silence. Silence is better than bullshit. If you don't have to speak to these people, like have to, then don't. Just completely act like they don't exist. That's all. When people are ignored, it makes them understand that you don't really give a fuck about them. Well, that's good. So you're already doing the right things, and because you're doing that, you're probably pissing them off even more. You know, but that's okay. Keep pissing them off. You're supposed to make your haters more mad. You know? Yeah, exactly. That's all you gotta do. I tell people this every day. Tanya, you said it's starting to though, Mark. At least with me, it is. Oh, that's good. Look forward to seeing him. Look forward to seeing your children every day. Look forward to go to work for those a couple hours, and just know that you're there to do a job. You do it, and that's all that matters. I've been at jobs where I hate my boss or the people that work with me or work around me. I just go to work and be silent, and when I do, they try and kiss my ass because they know they've done wrong. And then they try and kiss your ass, and then you let them back in a little bit, and then they fuck you over again. So you just give them silent treatment again. And then you just like, you eventually you just break away from it all. And then the only people they have to do it to is the next person that's their victim. The best thing to do is never be a victim of somebody's, bad energy and ways, and bad ways. Best thing to do is just be quiet, you know? You just be quiet, do your thing. Like I always say, science is better than bullshit. But some people can't do it. They get triggered, they get mad, or the person like aggravates them so much that they just can't not say anything. And I'm like that. There's some days I can't keep quiet. I have to say, you know what? You're a fucking moron. Shut the fuck up. There's some days where I go off it because some people need that fucking off because they deserve it. And then when you do it, it makes that person realize that, hey, I better leave this person alone. And that's it. As long as you're not fist fighting and getting locked up, you're okay. It's okay to express yourself and tell people fuck themselves and go to hell, but do it in a a way where it's gonna work. Yeah, exactly. But that, like I said, that's all you can do is do your job. That's it. Do your job. Stay quiet. Don't worry about it. That's the best way not to even worry about it. The more you worry about it, the worse your life is gonna get, and the worse it's gonna get between you and those people. Hi, Yvette. You can ask your question when you're ready. Thanks. I've been through a lot in my life with work and people and employees, employers. That's why I went on my own. Because I ain't got no time to be dealing with no fucking idiots. And when I left my boss, he said to me that my last boss I had, he said to me that I wasn't worth 20 something dollars an hour that I was asking. And I said, I'm worth more than that. And I'm going to prove I'm worth more than that when I leave you. And when I left him, I made more money than that. And then now I make triple amount that money. And fuck him and everything he does. And that's why he's a miserable jackass right now. And that's all that matters is people who, talk down on you and act like they're better than you, they eventually, get theirs and look like idiots. I like making people look like idiots anyway. It's part of my life. Some people say I live for that shit, and I do. Because you should never be disrespecting nobody If you do, then you're gonna find out the hard way. Yep, Tanya, that's the thing. But that's the to me that's the biggest challenge. That's the biggest challenge in life is to like do that, to actually live that life. That's the biggest challenge is to live that life. And if you can do that, then you can like master it, then you become like, you know, the best version of yourself and you become like worry free. All right, Yvette, you said, what can you tell me about this new Pisces male interest? He say he has interest. Is it genuine? He said that he liked what I wore to an interview, but I don't want him just lusting after me. Well, if he's a Pisces, then he's lusting. Because that's all Pisces do. They see through that outfit. They see the coochie before they even get it. Oh, spirit helps you in every single way, Tanya. That's why it happens in that way. You got to speak it into existence. Everything that comes out of this mouth is true. I'm a Pisces. I'm a Pisces specialist, especially when it comes to Pisces men. I worked with three Pisces men for 1 year straight, and they all were the same. They're a bunch of wanksters that get pussy whipped, and all they do is talk about their girl and blah blah blah. My girl this, my girl that, my wife this, my girlfriend. Oh my god, I've seen them all cry like a bunch of bitches. That's all they are though. And then they'll be like, "Oh my god, she's so fine. Yeah, I want to fuck her." This and that. They don't talk about fucking anything else. They're like a bunch of fucking idiots. Anyway, let me check. It sounds obsessive. And that's what all three of those guys were. Yep. And it's crazy because I got the moon card here, and that's what they are. They're like the moon. They shine for 2 days, and then the rest of the month, you don't see it no more. It turns different colors. I mean, it turns different shapes. I mean, and sometimes colors, and then it shines. Not so bright. Yeah, they have like a week of fame, and that's it. Anyway, Mark. Yeah. So I'm getting that this person, right? They can be very mature. They are a person who has a dominant personality. They have goals and needs. They're very bold. They can be upfront. They can be like, they might come across as somebody who has a lot of courage, somebody who's like, wants the best of everything, but says one thing and does another. But it's still like, a person that attains their goals, but and has goals, but whether or not they actually do it, that's the thing. As far as their intentions towards you, they're gonna probably lie to you to make themselves look good. They're gonna try and take advantage of you in some way. I also feel like this person is not a good choice to be dating or to be around. they're gonna try and see if you're shy or see if they can like take advantage of you in some way. And they might even start to like ignore you at one point to see if you'll try to come after them after they make their move and see if you'll like give in to them or something like that. This person is like this person might remind you actually of your past, and they might somebody from your past, so they might actually as you get to know them if you want to, or as you get to hear what they say, you might say, you know what, this sounds like somebody I already know. So I would say that they might be talking genuine, but they're not going to show you that right away that they're lusting and they're like want more. But in the beginning, they're gonna act like this mature individual to see if they can get you, and then they'll take advantage of you. So I'm not getting anything good on this, and that's why I was saying what I was saying in the beginning there. But yeah, because that's what a lot of men do. They always say, "Oh, I like what you wore. You look beautiful." Blah blah blah. Man, that's like that shit's played out now. Unless you're like a woman that loves compliments and you don't get any. So when you do get something, a compliment, you get all so excited for nothing. So yeah. So event is up to you. I feel like this person has like, an agenda to see how far they can get with you. So don't let their mature and courageous and dominant personality fool you. That's what I would say. Yeah, I would say, you know, I would say test their sincerity to see if they're really like that. But what I'm getting in the cards is not good, though. I'm getting that they could be trying to trick you with you know, their whatever life that they think they have, and that's exactly why. Yeah, keep it business, and I would say keep it that way, you know, and see how he acts and what he does. That's all. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really seem like it's gonna go farther than that. And that sounds like the individuals that I know that are Pisces, they're all the same. If they can get in your pants, they would get in your they would love to. And that's like the main thing that's on their mind. I just read my friend. She deals with a Pisces guys too, Pisces guy as well, and he's the same. He's like they're all almost the same way. Like they put on this like thing where you actually think that they're being real, and the only thing they really want is like sexual stuff and just like bullshit. And then they'll play victim and you leave them, be like, oh my god, like start crying. I really loved you. Shut the fuck up, you bitch ass. I never forget this guy was working with me. He's a Pisces, and he started crying, saying how he misses his baby mama. And it was the best girl he ever had. And all he talked about was, and I said, well, why is she the best you ever had? He was like, oh, the sex was amazing. I was like, see, there you go. If you think a woman that you have amazing sex with is the best woman you ever had, then you're wrong. Like it's not about she could be the best sexual woman you had, yes. But look what she did to you. She cheated on your dumb ass. So how is she the best woman you had if she's cheated on you? And she's a hoe anyway. She's been with like pure guys. I told the guy, I've known that girl my whole life. That girl's had more turns than a doorknob, bro. You can't tell me. And when I told him all that, he started crying because he knew I was telling him the truth, but he thought I didn't know his ex-wife and your baby mom. I knew that girl before you even knew her, bro. Fuck you talking about? And guess what she is? She's a Pisces too. And I'm not saying all Pisces people are bad and hoes and all that, because there's great people in every sign. But I told this guy, I said, look, I know your ex. And if you want, ask her if she knows me. And when she tells you she knows me, and you know why I know your wife is a hoe? Because I was a DJ. And I saw your ex-wife getting rossed all in the dancing with all sorts of guys. And guys used to tell me, yeah, I fucked her. I fucked her. I heard that girl used to get her coochie used to get beat up on a regular, bro. You just got leftovers and you spilled the cheese. And she says, yeah, you want to spill the cheese in here? You dumb rat. Well, here you go. You're gonna pay child support, dumbass. You're paying for that hoe to go get fake breasts, fake eyelashes, and everything else she has. Fuck you talking about? Some of these guys are delusional. They be wifing these hoes, man. They're crazy. Exactly. And I try not to make everybody like that, like every Pisces that way, but the ones I know, they're all the same. They all have that like way. I don't know if the word I keep hearing the word persona. So I don't know if that's the right word to use, but Spirit says they all have the same persona or whatever. I don't fucking know what they're saying. You know? Tanya, you got one eye open. I hope you feel better, by the way. I haven't had a really chance to talk to you. Everybody's coming here all at once. All right, Maria, I see you donated again, and you even admit that you can't resist. There's something really wrong with you, I think. I think you need to get your temperature checked, I mean. But yeah. You said a general for you. Okay, cool. I guess you'd like hearing me talk. That's cool. You want to hear me talk? That's cool. It's not your fault. Ah, boy. Please, Jesus. I knew I should have went to bed. All right. Let's see. Okay. Hey, Rudy, how you doing, sweetie? How's the move going? You need your temperature checked, Tanya? I have a thermometer. Okay, so in the next couple days between you and Walter, Maria, I see him like really working and being like a professional businessman. I know you said like he does like he's in a teaching place. So I got him here, King of Cups. So he's gonna start to feel better, and then it's gonna reflect on you and him, and things are gonna be good between you and him. I still see him drinking and stuff, but I feel like this weekend or in the next 6 days, well, it's what, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I would say like maybe this weekend he might take you for a bike ride again, or you guys might go somewhere like on a little journey or a short little trip for a couple hours on the weekend. I don't see this happening Thursday or Friday. It could possibly happen like Saturday or Sunday. I see you guys might go somewhere where the water is. If you live around water or the beach or like a lake, he might take you somewhere where there's water. Because the card I have is the Six of Swords, and that means like going somewhere where the water is, going on a trip to go see water or go see some mountains and water or something like that. Usually it's a place by the water. So um, that's what I'm getting. He's also just like worried about his finances and his money and things like that. Like I told you yesterday, he's worried about money. He's trying to hold on to every dollar he has, but he's still staying professional. But he is drinking, and you're not in the reading here, but I feel like this last card is him taking you somewhere. Yeah, so it might be Friday or the weekend. You guys will hang out because remember this is a long weekend. It's a holiday on it's a holiday on Monday for you guys, and it's a holiday on Friday for me. Friday is Bermuda Day, and Monday is Memorial Day. So over the holiday weekend, this weekend coming up, he can possibly take you somewhere if you guys are off, or before that. So it looks like he's gonna take you somewhere or hang out with you like for a while. Well, you're not in the reading as far as like him, you being like in a negative outlook. But the last card tells me that he wants to go on like a journey with somebody. So that's obviously I'm reading you, right? You and him. So it says it's all good. Rudy, you said what kind of cards I have? I have all types of cards. How could you not know what cards I have? I have a credit card, a debit card, Oracle cards, Marquee cards, uh, Oracle cards, lovers, spirit cards. Yeah. Oh, Maria, you never listen to me, do you? That was a general reading on you and him, but you don't show up in the reading because it's what he wants to do with you. So if you don't show up in the cards, like there's not a woman card there, right? Then that means that this is what he wants to do with you. He wants to take you somewhere. But in the meantime, he's going to drink. He's worried about money. And he says at the same time, you know what? It's going to be a long weekend. Maybe me and Maria can go on a trip together, like go somewhere together. You understand? That's why I got to watch what I say with you. I should never tell you that you're not in the cards because then you start to like, you know, sweat and shit. You're lucky I put up with you, really. I think you're really lucky. But you don't disrespect me, so that's why I keep you around. It's people who disrespect me that are good. Bye bye. But you don't disrespect me, and I appreciate that. Even though you're a pain in the ass and you worry too much and all that. But as long as you don't disrespect me, we're good. That's why I keep you around because you're not a disrespectful person. There's no people in here that disrespect me anyway. Maybe one or two, but they don't come in here too often. You're welcome, Maria. No problem. Rudy, you feel blue? Oh, then you need marky blue cards. Then if you feel blue, I'll give you blue cards. Dan, you know the deal. On January 1st, 2025, I said anybody disrespects me, I feel sorry for him. Because I don't disrespect nobody. But if you disrespect me, then it's not going to be good for you. I'm one of those people that if you disrespect me, I'm not going to go after you, but I know who is. And when they go after you, it's not a good thing. Because when they go after you, it's like, that's out of my control. You should have just left me alone. Now you're going to have nightmares, diarrhea. Shit's going to go bad. You won't be able to sleep. You'll see shit that you never saw before. You be walking and hearing breathing in the background. That ain't gonna be my problem. So that's how it is. Oh shit. See, look, Tanya said I'll disrespect you. I know what type of disrespect you want to do. You want to tie me up. All right, Maria. Sweet dreams. Take care. Kisses. Vessels. That would definitely happen, Dan. No, not you, Maria. Uh, Miss Bikini, Tanya. She wants to tie me up. She says I'll disrespect you with a devil sign. See that? She's like, she's sex excited. You know, that's what she is. She's kinky like that. Look, I said I was gonna give you market cards, and now you said I want a spiritual card because I'm going crazy. Spirit don't want to deal with your crazy ass. Every card I touch is a spiritual card because it comes from spirit. I had this conversation earlier in my life. All right, your first card is let go of the past. Better opportunities are coming. And it says you are manifesting money. Yep. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Mhm. I bet that. I know. Some people just like it that way. Freaks come out at night. All I ever wanted was just some basic shit. I don't need all that shit in my life. I don't need no ropes, no handcuffs, and all that bullshit. You know? I just want some basic ass shit, something to be happy. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. And I'm good. Like, I don't need no marathons and all this bullshit. But it all depends. All depends on the person, how they make you feel. If she talks too much, then I'm probably gonna wear her out so she don't talk too much. Put her ass to sleep. A lot of people like they talk that shit, but they don't do none of it. Some people just talk to hear themselves. And then when you get a hold of them, they'll be screaming. Been there, seen that before. Blah blah blah, and the next thing you know, they run. Nobody else got the blue cards because no one's asking. See, Rudy came in here and asked for a message. Now you can ask for them. Anybody can come in here and ask for a message. I'll give you one. But I don't really offer it too much because no one asks. And then sometimes I'm like, who wants a card? And then only two people say yes, and there's like six people in here. So I know people's like watching this shit, but they don't say nothing. You don't need blue cards. You need the blue pill so you can go that extra mile. Mm, you be all thirsty as fuck. See, it's cool though. I got a lot of water. All right, Tanya, your first card is don't overspend, save some for later. Your smile makes people happy, so keep smiling. And if you want a new job, that can happen, or a promotion is coming your way. So there might be a promotion or something coming, something good at work. And on the bottom, it says jealousy and envy from people around you. Sounds about right. All right, guys. I need to get the fuck out of here. It's already 1:20 in the morning. I need to get my ass to sleep. I wasn't even gonna come on tonight, but the game was like the game at overtime today, so I wanted to watch it. It's been a long day. There's some days I get up and I'm like, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and that's it. Then there's some days I say I'm gonna do this and I don't do it. And then I'm gonna be like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even care anymore. I go through these phases in life where I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna like take care of myself and do whatever I want for once. And just like when I feel like it, I'll do whatever I have to do. That's the mode I'm in. And it's a good mode. I feel at peace. I love getting up and not having to worry about having to go to do something. Like I have to do this. I have to do that. That's all my life has been. Oh, I have to go to work today, or I have to do that. If I don't, I'm the worst person in the world. Now I'm at a point in life where I don't have to do fucking nothing. I'll do whatever I want to do. But I had to put myself to that point. And when I did, I realized that I was doing the right thing. And saying, you know what? I'm gonna fucking die one day and this shit's all gonna be here. And I'm bust my ass and bust my ass working for what? Man, fuck this. I'm gonna enjoy my life and relax. And then when I feel like doing something, I'll do it. I think that's a good way to look at things. Sometimes you just gotta say, look, I just need a break. I don't feel like doing nothing. Fuck it. But I end up doing some things that I need to do. So sometimes I say to myself, I just really gotta do this, and I do it. And then I said, I'll do this and I'll do it. And then after that, I'll take a break. Then I'll go do something else. Then I'll go do something else. Then I'll take a break. Then I'll go do something else. Then I'll come on here. So it's all good. I think we all should live our lives the way we want to. At least try to, at least. All right? So take that piece of advice from Marky. Live your life. Don't bust your ass all day. Don't work too hard. Live your life. Go day by day and just know that when you die, this shit's all gonna be here when you're gone. So, just be happy, do what you gotta do for yourself. Make your life better. That's all that matters. All right? Love you guys. Good night. Glad you're all feeling better and doing good. And if you're not doing good, I don't want to hear it. Make your life better, okay? Good night. Bye.